Well, here we are. We're not going to back out, but remember, we're watching your steps very closely. Don't mess around.
I never mess around. I'm practically known as Mr. Never Mess Around. You can ask whoever you want.
We've already done that.
Attention, attention. Here's another special announcement brought to you live today by Magic World Royal Radio. If you see weird, non-human beings that don't appear to be inhabitants of the magic world, move away slowly and in an orderly manner. Please don't panic. I repeat, under any circumstances, don't panic.
Get out of my sight, you anti-genius.
The alien forces are leaving a wake of destruction wherever they appear. Even here, at the emergency broadcasting station, it's a horrific sight. Smoking ruins, unaccountable casualties. Please keep calm and don't panic. I repeat, under any circumstances, don't panic.
Ah, Simon the Sorcerer. What can I do for you?
Hey, Dr. Peach, you're an inventor, aren't you? Could you quickly assemble a spaceship for me?
Boy, you make me very, very happy indeed. I've been waiting for a triple darned eternity to build a spaceship and explore the vastness of outer space. Unfortunately, I've never found an investor who would make it possible for me to properly deal with plans for a spaceship.
Investor?
But of course, you ordinary seaman. Do you think plans like that just draw themselves? I'll definitely need 1,000 doubloons for that, and that's not even including the interior decoration. How are you paying? Cash, credit, or check?
Forget it. I don't have that much. But, surprise, I have complete finished plans for a top-notch spaceship.
Zounds, now there's a bright lad. Let's see if it's worth something, kiddo. Well, these plans do save us a lot of work, even if they're obviously not as good as if I'd drawn them myself. Just between the two of us, Sorcerer, who did you steal them from?
I drew them myself.
Sounds, I like you, boy. I really do. You're not even too yellow to trot out a walloping lie like that. Well then, let's see. I'll send a mail order for the needed parts to Federal Excess. The whole caboodle will cost about 5,000 doubloons.
Couldn't you do with 1,000 doubloons?
You mean if we reduce the sickbay to a box of Band-Aids and substitute the great LCD screen with my old TV? Also, the ship won't have any hydrogen cooling, making re-entry into the atmosphere a rather overheated affair.
Well, that's a start. But even 1,000 gold pieces are more than I have. How about 500 doubloons?
Well, if you'd really want to go without a hydraulic brake certified by the DMV DVLA, without an energy shield based on nanolaser technology, without highly precise beam weapons, and without an artificial intelligence unit with an IQ over 100...
Oh, it's all the same to me. I don't have enough anyway. Come on, 100 doubloons are more than enough.
100? For God's sake! Then I'd have to substitute the gamma ray shielding for a mixture of sawdust and lead and junk. And the ship's AI would have the intelligence of a chimpanzee. What am I saying? Even then it wouldn't work.
Calm down, I don't have enough gold anyways.
How much do you actually have?
Well, to be honest, none.
By all the manta rays of the 7 seas, then it'll all come to nothing. Sorry, chappie, but I have to make ends meet somehow.
Why don't you ask those moles for gold? They're the ones who insist I fly into space.
Those small devils already hornswoggled me once. They tried paying me with mealworms, telling me they're a delicacy when candied. Towns, I'm through with them.
Can't you improvise somehow and build a ship without additional costs? Inventors are supposed to be able to easily pull off stuff like that.
Don't think it's as easy as that, kiddo. Well, if one takes the Nightingale thesis to its natural conclusion and ignores the constant of improbability, and if those wormhole worms don't thwart our plans, and if I can put old cans of soup here, and second-grade rivets there, and the sawdust, I could actually improvise here and there. The biggest problem at the moment is the missing hull for the ship. I can put together a propulsion system for a song, just 100 doubloons. But even with that, you're ruining me, you know. Try to find a hull for the ship, kiddo, and don't forget the gold. Meanwhile, I'll take care of the propulsion system. Oh, and you should also look for a crew. You'll need at least 3 more people to help steer the ship. But 3 really is the bare minimum. Optimally, you'd muster a crew of 20 able-bodied seamen.
Come on, Doc, old buddy, help me build that spaceship for free. This is about the fate of the magic world, after all.
What good is the fate of the magic world if I can't pay my rent and get kicked out of this hut?
You're paying rent for this hovel?
But of course, the almighty Stonehead demands monthly payments, volcano insurance included.
I'm going. See you later.
What are you doing here, you impediment of evolution? I thought you'd drop dead with stupidity by now.
Never underestimate me, baby. I'm everywhere. You'd better watch out.
You want to sneak up from behind? Well, that fits your style. You're way too sissy for anything else. It doesn't matter, though. I'll wipe you out anyway.
Huh! It's way below me to prove my superiority over you. Anyway, I'm here about something completely different. I guess you've heard the news?
Ha! Let those aliens come. I'll give them a wedgie like they've never had before.
You stupid little brat! Don't you realize thousands of small, nasty green aliens have landed here, eager to put one of their disgusting probes into you?
Thousands?
And now, here's the good news. You can join my spaceship's crew and fly to the eye of death of the aliens to sabotage their giant laser. I'm even asking you to join me.
I see. Well, one thing's for certain. I can't allow you balls up to save the world. I'd rather leave Mother Earth to the aliens. Of course I'll come. Under one condition.
I knew it.
Naturally, I'll be the captainess of the ship, and women's representative as well. Oh, and there will be equal rights. Not that you've heard of that in your native country, testosteronia, I guess.
What do I hear, you spoiled brat? You want to be captain? What do you know about sailing?
Pipe down, you wannabe woman, will you? I've subscribed to the Crass Coach magazine years ago, so I know the ropes regarding vehicles of all kinds.
You're just a brat, and still wet behind your pink little ears. At your age, you should be happily singing and bouncing across a colorful flower meadow, making a bouquet of flowers for your grandmother.
Calm down, girls. You can spat over this later.
I'm not interested in bickering with that brat. I'm obviously way above her. I will retire to my cabin now and prepare myself for our journey.
Just now, we're receiving a message from the Royal Castle.
Hey, Captain, I'm back!
Oh dear, wait a second. I'm not done making my face up yet.
What are you doing here on the beach?
Well, the sun is shining so pleasantly, And my complexion could certainly use a little bit of color.
You should definitely go over the larger parts of your face with makeup, and then some. Could you lend me your ship? I'm planning an expedition into space.
Lend you my ship? Who are you, anyway? Do you call yourself Ship Shape? I bet you don't even know where's port and where's starboard, you landlubber.
Me? A landlubber? Nobody's ever called me that. Port is in the rear and starboard is on deck, but only when there are stars to be seen.
Don't even try, kiddo. You can be the ship's apprentice at best, but only because I've got such a soft heart. I don't want you to miss the heroic moment when my expedition into space saves all of humankind.
Ah! You're messing up everything! It's my expedition into space. Got it? Mine. I'll never be your apprentice. I'm no apprentice. I'm ready to do great things. I'm a real pirate.
Well, my precious, it's never hurt anybody to start at the bottom and work their way to the top. Just look at me. I was a hairdresser's apprentice when I got my calling. And where did it lead me? Right. I'm the captain of a proud ship now. You can take my offer or leave it.
What a storybook career. All right, then, I'll bite the bullet and be your apprentice. But only to carry on and finally save the world.
So wisdom prevailed at the end after all. Good. I've already taken the liberty of preparing the contract. Here it is. I'm very busy at the moment. Why don't you fill it out and then come back for my signature? But I'm warning you, I'll read it very closely.
I'll be going now. See you later. Hi, Wolfie. Are you crying into your beer glass again? I'm looking for more crew members for my ship, and here's the great news. You could be the first wolf in space. Unfortunately, the title of inaugural space alcoholic is already taken. The Ruskies got there faster.
Me? Space? Are you nuts? Just think what might happen. Spaceship crashes, terrible beaming accidents, first contact with stone-cold sober aliens. Oh, count me out. I'll stay here in this bar. Thank you very much.
Well, I have bad news for you regarding that. This bar won't be here much longer. The old hooker's going to be reconstructed into a true blue spaceship. We'll fly into space with it and save the magic world.
Oh no, what am I gonna do now?
You can rot on this boring island without a bar, or you can join us.
It seems I don't have a real choice. But I want to guarantee that I'll get something for my trouble. And I prefer something in writing.
I'll be going now. Later.
Hello. I can tell by your questioning look that you want to speak with me.
How's Trix?
Well, I can't complain. Since Captain Narrow is back down from his crow's nest, he's already been to see me twice for therapy sessions to help combat his latent fear of heights. The wolf had a very revealing wino's dream in which he dribbled something about giant tentacles, and an old patient of mine has returned to this island. All in all, a rather good start to my week. Since when does that actually interest you?
In fact, it doesn't. See you.
Can somebody turn off the heat?
Hi, transparent friend. Could it be that you're a little dead? What happened to you?
Yo, man, that's a bad story. At first, I thought it'd be a boring, normal day. I'd retired into my ashram when the captain came to see me. He wanted to send me on a treasure hunt near the almighty Stonehead. At first, everything went real smooth. I was standing there with my shovel and my treasure detector, a great invention of Edward Peach's, by the way, when that cursed thing began beeping wildly. It went on and didn't stop.
Why didn't you just throw it into the sea?
You laugh at me when I tell you why, but yes, that's exactly what I was going to do. I raised my hand and totally forgot I was still holding the shovel. And so I banged it right against the almighty stone head. Suddenly, there was a rattling noise, and then the ground just disappeared from under me and I fell into a deep hole.
But there's an elevator going to Talpaville.
I didn't notice right away. Anyway, I fell and the bottom seemed to be coming closer and closer. But just before I hit the ground, I noticed a mole right below me, whimpering in a panic, who I then directly fell on.
I guess he was as flat as a pancake after that?
Yo, man, I got up, dusted off my clothes, and went to see the captain to complain about all that crap. But he just looked right through me, as if I were just thin air.
Because you were as dead as a doornail, maybe?
You bet. That was a real shocker. But it gets even worse. Suddenly of late, I've realized I'm not alone.
But there's nobody here. What are you talking about?
That mole, man, that mole. I can't see him, but I definitely know he's here. He's in my head and talks to me in my own voice.
I can already see the headlines. Vengeful ghost mole stalks dead hippie. Why are you loitering about here, man?
Yo, man, I like it here. It reminds me a little of my good old ashram. Small, comfy, always good for a surprise. By the way, I'm called Dan, but you can also call me Dude or Duderino.
Your ashram? You had a meditation room on this island?
Sure, man. There was a little hut directly by the sea. It ain't there anymore, though. By accident, the captain burned it to cinders when he tried out his new hair removal agent one day.
I'll be going later. Hello? Hello? Does this thing even work?
Commando Blackpelt to Dumb Dog. We can hear you loud and clear. Where is the elephant in the ointment?
What are you guys talking about? I need your help. Where can I find you?
Don't try finding us. We'll find you no matter where you are.
I urgently need a ship's crew for the journey into space.
Well, why don't you go and look for one?
How about you guys come with me?
Are you crazy? A proud Talpa would never even think about flying.
A Talpa? And flying? Haha, that'll be the day.
You could really be a little more helpful. I need to get into space.
Do you want to get acquainted with my hyperlasics, surface dweller?
All right, I get it. You guys are chicken, that's what's going on here.
Never mind him. Go and find your crew somewhere else, Sorcerer.